you can meet an entire room of 300 people by asking a question. Another quick one, being a fan of football, I happened to see Robert Kraft, owner of the New England Patriots, speak in Boston right after the Patriots had won their very first Super Bowl. And if you remember, that was the one right after September 11th. So it was definitely, they had rescheduled the games. There was just a lot going on. The Patriots had no chance of winning. There was lots of things that were against their favor. He was extremely nervous as a speaker. And so at the end, there was time for the Q&A, and there was not a single question for this man, and I am just beside myself. There's 800 people in the room, most of them entrepreneurs, most of them men, and it was a group of Indian technologists from around the world, but they were all from India, and of course, I'm not Indian, and I'm not a guy. I just felt so badly for this man. I raised my hand, and the microphone starts coming to me, and I'm thinking, boy, you better think of something really fast. And I asked him a question, and I kind of learned, the first question's an awkward one. There's this like weird rule. You don't ask a first question. Well, ask the first question because it breaks the ice. And afterwards, I had a really nice conversation with his security guy. And so every time I see Mr. Kraft, I don't try and talk to him. I try and find Jack. Jack and I have a nice, hi, how are you, what's new? We have this great kind of conversation. And of course, if I ever wanted to get to Mr. Kraft, I'm not going to call him. I'm going to call Jack. So, which is also kind of another networking thing, is the importance of being nice to everyone. Be nice to everyone. You have no idea who people are, who they're connected to. The sloppiest person might be the most important person. There's no such thing of who's important. Just be nice to everyone. In my office my office is in Copley Place, and it's a very swank place in Boston. I happened to find it on Craigslist, very cheap, go figure. So we've been kind of navigating within the building since we don't quite have our own office. And on Friday of last week, we were trying to get keys for the new office, and the guy just was so cynical and so kind of nasty to my assistant and myself. And I was so furious, and I went and I said to somebody, I said, you know what? I was a reference for Bentley Motors when they were trying to decide what building they should come into. Don't treat me as if I'm dirt. Yes, I'm a small little business, but I helped Bentley Motors make the decision to choose this building. And it was just kind of like, don't do something so silly. You know, don't do something so silly.